But that 1.5 number really, it sucks. Here we go. Government dropped the GDP numbers today, gross domestic product, the indicator to measure the size of our economy. Is it growing? Is it shrinking? Is it growing but at a slower rate? So they're reporting we got a GDP growth rate of like 1.5% right now. Again, that's growth. Just look at these last three quarterly rates. Not at all impressive. And then what really, pisses me off is all the promises on the campaign trail and the spin still coming out of Washington that we're going to have this magnificent, way above average GDP growth rate due to the big, beautiful budget and the genius of the president. Let's take a look at that. There's no big new growth rate. There's no steady climb in the value of our economy. And then focus on the last three quarters. They're really dismal. There's one quarter that's like maybe 2%, another quarter that's 1.5%. One quarter was less than 1%. Let me remind you, on the campaign trail, he was talking about 3% plus GDP growth. And currently, throughout the administration, they keep saying we're going to see that GDP growth maybe by the end of whatever period they're talking about. And they're still saying that maybe next quarter we're going to see GDP growth. Don't worry, we got everything in place. It's going to be wonderful. It's all a bunch of shit. This current GDP annual growth rate of 1.5% that they just reported, is that the GDP that was supposed to arrive on the back of these tariffs and trade war kerfuffle we're in? Protecting the American industry and bringing factories back. That's what they were saying is going to grow GDP. So let's talk about bringing those factories back. Did you know the construction of business facilities has declined in the last 6 months? Where's the growth? Where's that $19 billion in new investment? It is not showing up in the building of new structures. All right, and it's not showing up in the equipment purchases for business. Equipment purchases being all fueled by computers and AI programs for the AI data centers. It grew maybe $250 billion in the last year. So what is driving the 1.5 GDP growth rate? It's consumer spending. Don't celebrate. Is consumer spending up because prices are up or because we're buying more stuff, more units, more volume? Inflation of the items in this GDP calculation, those prices are up 5.7%. And the number of units of that stuff in the calculation, the volume, that's only up like 2.1%. Costs increase. The prices are growing way faster than the volume of stuff we're buying, so that additional contribution to GDP is because of price increases.